and attachment to Clemson. We are the Clemson Alumni Association, with an emphasis on association. We are all associated with someplace special and unique and impactful. And this association also intends to reflect those qualities by being special and unique and impactful. This is Clemson, and it deserves nothing less. Clemson Alumni Association. This is what family feels like.
Greetings, Tigers! We are so excited to have you here with us for the ring ceremony. Did you know that the Alumni Association is more than a resource for the Clemson ring? We are your lifelong connection to Clemson, before and after graduation. We keep you informed on what's happening on campus and how your local community is connected to Clemson. In fact, we have more than 75 alumni groups across the country that you can become involved with. No matter where you are or where you end up, we have ways to connect you with other Tigers. We're also the keepers of Clemson's time-honored traditions, from homecoming to the Tiger Paw $2 bills, from the Welcome Back Festival to the Young Alumni Reunions. The Clemson Alumni Association helps to keep those rich Clemson family traditions alive. We're always celebrating our alumni, too. From Master Teacher and the Roaring Ten Alumni Awards, the Distinguished Service Award, and Honorary Alumni, the Clemson Alumni Association recognizes individuals who exude the essence of Clemson. We hope you'll always keep your contact information up to date with us so we can tell you about all the ways you can stay connected, keep involved, and, of course, when to come back home to Clemson for special celebrations. Don't forget to check out our social media sites where you can stay up to date with all things Clemson. Just search for Clemson Alumni on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can learn all about the Clemson Alumni Association at clemson.edu/alumni. Congratulations on receiving your Clemson ring, and go Tigers!
going to try that one more time now that the mic is on. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you. Things are off to a good start with unexpected applause right from the very beginning. I'm Will Brazington. I'm a proud member of the class of 2000 and the chief executive of the Clemson Alumni Association, and it is my honor and privilege to welcome each of you here to tonight's Clemson Ring Ceremony. As you'll hear throughout tonight's ceremony, the Clemson Ring is not only a symbol of personal accomplishment, it is also a call for personal action in service to others and to our alma mater. The Clemson rings that you will receive this evening come with an awesome responsibility. A responsibility to others, a responsibility to Clemson, as well as a responsibility to yourselves. The rings are preparing to arrive here on Little John's floor and at the stage. As such, members of the Pershing Rifles will bring the rings forward for this ceremony. The Pershing Rifles and the rings will be led by the Clemson Corps, an alumni constituency group whose members participated in ROTC as students. The Clemson Corps is dedicated to continuing Clemson's military tradition while developing opportunities to commemorate the proud military heritage of our great university. Would you all please rise as the rings are presented?
You may be seated. My name is Brian Rudy. I'm a current Clemson student, member of the Clemson Student Veteran Association, and a Rutland Institute Distinguished Ethics Scholar, and a U.S. Army veteran. And I'm very excited to be receiving my ring today with you guys as well. We are very grateful and honored to have Clemson cadets and the Clemson Corps serve as the bearers of the Clemson Ring for presentation today. As part of today's program, you will learn about the history and traditions of the Clemson Ring, beginning with the first graduating class in 1896, when the Clemson was a military college. Cadets became the first students to wear the Clemson Ring, and the first Clemson alumni to showcase to the world the qualities and ideas that the Clemson Ring represents. The cadets here today remind us the unbroken connection that now spans over 129 years between our university's distinguished military heritage and our beautiful Clemson Ring. Today's program also will focus on a profound question that is the fundamental foundation of the character of Clemson students and alumni carved in stone on our very own campus, which is featured in Memorial Park near the Scroll of Honor. The question is, how will you serve? And while the answer is personal and different for each and every single one of us, it is especially significant for all who wear the Clemson Ring. We will challenge you today to begin your own reflection on what this very important question means to you as you prepare to leave Clemson and begin to make your unique impact on the world. Congratulations as you embark on the next phase of your Clemson journey, carrying with you the profound symbolism and rich tradition encapsulated within the Clemson Ring. It's a beacon of honor, resilience, and the unwavering commitment to serve both within our beloved university and the Clemson community and all around the world. Thank you. God bless America, and go Tigers.
My thoughts often wander through these upper South Carolina hills that shelter the university that forms a common bond for many thousands of people who have studied here, or taught here, or worked here. There's something in these hills that has touched every one of them, something that has rubbed off on them in varying degrees, something that is built within the breasts of all Clemson men and women, an enduring spark akin to an eternal pride. There's something in these hills. It was here when a handful of fledgling faculty members greeted a relatively small band of 446 students more than 100 years ago. That was shortly after convict labor had completed an administration building and clock tower that still dominate these Blue Ridge foothills with a timelessness and serenity that impart inspiration and strength anew each time they are looked upon. There's something in these hills that has endeared itself to an endless procession of administrators, teachers, students, secretaries, and workmen. Hundreds of names pass through my consciousness, names of people who gave selflessly of themselves to build the institution nestled here, and who at one and the same time mined the priceless something the hills contain, and returned to them still more of it. There's something in these hills, and from them we have drawn the power to transcend the stresses and strains that tug away to make things come unglued in these disquieting times. The power to cut through such modern concepts and such modern facts as generation gaps, communication gaps, and ideological gaps. There's something in these hills that has bound together a man of over 90 and a woman under 20. Something that has given them a common ground on which to stand and a start toward bridging and eliminating any gap or any stress or any strain that might try to make unglued whatever they seek for themselves as they move out of these hills into the mountains, the plains, the oceans, the forests, the skies, and the storms of life. There is something in these hills that you and I can't define and others can't understand. A wave of warmth always surges through me when outsiders say, I don't know what it is about you Clemson people, but your undying love for Clemson is admired by everyone I know. There's something in these hills, and I suspect that's what it is. The ability of an institution through the unending dedication and greatness of its people, its administration, its faculty, its staff, its students, and alumni to impart to all it touches a respect, an admiration, an affection that stands firm in disquieting times, when things around it give impressions of coming unglued. There is something in these hills that brings together and binds together and holds together
men and women of all persuasions,
of all heights, sizes, weights, and cultural backgrounds.
Something that cuts across every difference, spans every gap, penetrates every wall.
Something that makes a man or a woman stand taller, feel better, and say with a high pride to all within earshot,
I went to Clemson.
Good evening. My name is Logan Hunter, and I am the Vice President of the Clemson Student Alumni Association and the Student Alumni Council. It's an honor to be with each of you today as you participate in one of Clemson's greatest traditions. Placing the Clemson ring on your finger today not only signifies that you are close to graduation, it is a forever reminder of your time, your life, and your experiences while you are on Clemson's campus. It will forever connect you to the many alumni you will meet throughout your life after you have crossed a future stage to receive your Clemson diploma. It will forever connect you to Clemson and to each other. It will forever remind you of the importance of loyalty and service, and it will forever remind you of this day. Clemson would not be the great university that it is today without the tremendous leadership of the president of our alma mater. President Clements has had a major impact on our Clemson experience by his service to students, to the faculty and staff, and to alumni everywhere. He is a nationally recognized voice in higher education who is leading Clemson to unprecedented levels of achievement. It is my honor to invite him to speak to us today. Please welcome the 15th president of Clemson University, Dr. Jim Clements.
Thank you, Logan, for that wonderful and kind introduction. Good evening, go Tigers. Come on, good evening, go Tigers. All right, that's better, and thank you all for being here on this rainy day for this very special ceremony. Will you please help me thank Trey Dowling and Logan Hunter for their service as President and Vice President of the Student Alumni Council. I appreciate their leadership and the important work they do. And thank you to Brian Rudy, U.S. Army veteran and member of our Student Veterans Association. Will you please help me recognize him? I also want to thank the chairs for the ring ceremony, Mary Jones and William Eccles. I know that they put in a lot of hard work for this event. Will you please help me thank them and all the other students who worked so hard to make this event so special? I also want to thank Will Brazington, Chief Executive Officer of our Alumni Association, and Dr. Doug Hallenbeck, Vice President for Student Affairs. Will you please help me thank them for their leadership? And I want to ask anyone in the arena who has served and anyone currently serving in our armed forces to please stand and be recognized. We all thank you for your service and your sacrifice to our great country. I'm honored to be here with you on this special day for your ring ceremony. I can tell you this is one of my most favorite traditions. The ring ceremony is an amazing Clemson tradition, and it's always a special day, but it also holds special meaning for me. In 2021, my wife and I were named honorary alumni, and we were presented with our very own Clemson rings at a surprise announcement. We were both humbled and honored to be named honorary alums, and we wear our rings with great pride as members of the alumni family. And I'm proud to wear my Clemson ring today as I present each of you with your Clemson rings. You know, rings, I think I heard a clap. I'll take it. I heard one. Thank you. You know, rings are important things. They have a tangible value, as you will see in a video later in the ceremony about my dear late friend, General Ben Scardin, who passed away in 2021 at the age of 104. He was one of the greatest individuals in the history of our university. General Scardin was a prisoner of war, and his Clemson ring literally saved his life. Rings also have great symbolic value. They're a symbol of love and commitment because they have no beginning and no end. The ring that I wear every day symbolizes the commitment that my wife and I made on our wedding day more than 34 years ago. My wedding ring celebrates the birth of a new family, my family. And in a similar way, your Clemson ring symbolizes an important rite of passage for you. It symbolizes your commitment to and your love for Clemson that will last forever. And today is a very important milestone on your journey here at this great university. For many of you, that journey started right here with freshman convocation or graduate student convocation when I had a chance to welcome you to the university. And it will continue when we meet again right here at graduation and you receive your diploma. But what does this day, Ring Day, actually signify? First, it means that you have successfully completed at least 90 credit hours of academic work towards earning your degree for our undergraduate students, or you have completed at least half of your program for our graduate students. So please pat yourselves on the back. That's quite an accomplishment. This past fall, we were ranked as the top university in the state of South Carolina by the Wall Street Journal, by Niche, by Forbes, by U.S. News and World Report, and by FIRE. In fact, Niche ranked us as one of the top universities in the entire country with an overall grade of an A, so congratulations. And I'm really proud that recently we were ranked second as the second most friendly, military-friendly university in the country, which is a testament to our university values of patriotism and excellence. For our students, all right, absolutely. For our students, the majority of your college career is now behind you, and the end is in sight. Second, it means that you have chosen a major field of study and a career path that you will follow. Your future beyond Clemson as an independent, self-sufficient adult is taking shape. And parents, I know that you are very happy about that, and we thank you for your support. Please help me thank all of our guests who are here today. Finally, many of you will leave this ring ceremony absolutely determined to make the best possible use of every minute you have left at Clemson. I felt that same way during my senior year in college, and I think you will too. Savor this time. It will go by quickly. Use it wisely and make it meaningful. You'll never have a better chance to learn so much from so many people as you will on this campus. There are people from all different walks of life, so take advantage and learn from one another during your remaining time here at this university. Wear your ring with great pride and with the understanding that upon graduation, you will join a family of more than 190,000 living alumni around the world. This is an opportunity, but it's also a responsibility. You will be an ambassador for Clemson wherever you travel. I'm counting on you, and we all are counting on you to always represent our university values, such as integrity, respect, self-reliance, excellence. Your ring will be a conversation starter, and it will open many doors for you. And soon, you will add your ring story to the ring stories that you hear today. It's truly an honor for me to present to you your Clemson ring. Congratulations again. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of your journey here at Clemson. May God bless you all, and go Tigers!
Thank you, President Clements, both for your inspiring remarks this evening, but more importantly, for the outstanding leadership that you provide to our beloved alma mater. Our team at the Clemson Alumni Association, along with the Student Alumni Council, has been working diligently to make this very special day possible for each of you who are here with us this evening. Students, you have already created many wonderful memories at Clemson that you will hold dear for the rest of your lives. And today, we celebrate a special and remarkable milestone in your Clemson journey that is unlike any other that you have experienced thus far. Today, each of you joins the more than 190,000 living alumni around the world who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. To the parents and the guests of those being honored today, we thank you for taking the time to experience this special moment with your student. The Clemson Alumni Association is proud to host the ring ceremony as part of our ongoing mission to celebrate and enhance the lifelong connections that define the Clemson experience. We're here to serve and enable all who love Clemson to remain actively involved in the advancement of the university. And we are committed to helping alumni remain ever loyal to Clemson and to elevating and celebrating the many contributions that Clemson alumni make in service to others. Best of all, your Alumni Association unites all who proudly wear the Clemson ring in celebrating our special kinship. Our mission at the Alumni Association is to keep everyone in the Clemson family engaged, excited, and inspired by all that is happening with Clemson and its alumni. Nothing symbolizes the connection we share more beautifully or more powerfully than the Clemson ring. The Clemson ring has been around almost 130 years. Over that time, the ring has changed a little, but its tradition has always remained the same. And now, you too are part of that tradition, and more importantly, its future.
Your ring tells a story of the journey you took to get here, the dreams, the sacrifices, the grit. Your ring tells a story of opportunity, of newly opened doors. Your key, a game changer, a career starter, a conduit to success. Your ring tells a story of legacy, the history of those who came before you, those who dared to be extraordinary in their pursuit of excellence. Your ring tells a story of selfless service, of wars fought and battles won, the thousands of bold men and women who risked it all and didn't hesitate to do so. Your ring tells a story of the dreamers and doers, the ones who dare to change the status quo, the students who become professionals, the interns who become experts, the leaders who become heroes. Your ring tells a story of kinship, of an unspoken bond. This is what family feels like. Our alma mater runs deep. This unwavering connectedness survives in a world that can easily divide us. Who shall separate us now? No one. Your ring tells a story of the person wearing it now, and the person wearing it 100 years ago. A lifelong network of family. Your ring tells a story of humble beginnings. The first ring formed and cut in 1896. The evolution of this small but mighty silver and gold torus. The updates, the upgrades, the tributes, the honor, the eagle of peace, the palmetto, the star, the hope. Dum spiro spero spes. As long as you have breath, you can fight on. Your ring tells a story of Clemson pride, of homegrown glory, unstoppable Tigers, of championships won and victories to come. Your ring tells your story, your journey to get here, your blueprint for success. Your ring is your family, your link to the past, present, and future of Clemson. Your friends, your classmates, your people. It's so much more than a ring. It's your story, a part of who you are. It is your part of our story. Wear it with pride. Tiger pride.
Good evening. I'm Trey Dowling, and I'm the president of the Student Alumni Association and Student Alumni Council. It is my pleasure to join you on such a special occasion. As students, we have bonded together as a true family. Today, we will strengthen that bond by joining together and wearing the Clemson ring. Along with graduation, this will be one of the most important moments of your college or graduate career. I hope you will cherish it as much as I will when I receive my ring. In addition to the video we just saw, I want to point out something else that is especially interesting about today's presentation. When you walk across this stage in a few moments, inside the white box you will receive, you will find a wooden box that contains your ring. Pay particularly close attention to that wooden box. The box that holds your ring was made from the wood of trees that once thrived on Clemson's campus. These trees, many of which fell due to old, aging root systems, spent many years as the canopy of our campus that we all walked under at one time or another. May this box, as well as your ring, forever bring you fond memories of the special times you experienced at Clemson. For it is truly an uncommon experience to be a Clemson student, and it is truly an uncommon honor to wear the Clemson ring. For one Clemson alumnus, this ring literally saved his life. The late General Ben Scardin was a member of Clemson's class of 1938. Following a distinguished military career, he returned to Clemson as a professor of English. During that second career, Clemson students selected him as the Alumni Master Teacher in 1977. In 2002, he received the Alumni Association's highest award for distinguished service. And in 2020, he received the university's highest public honor, the Clemson Medallion. And shortly before his passing, he received an honorary promotion to the rank of Brigadier General. Today, we are honored to have the opportunity to hear his amazing story and how his Clemson ring literally saved his life.
For years, the Tigers who came before you have heard the story of Colonel Ben Scardin, a Clemson graduate who bravely fought in World War II. He became a prisoner of war, forced to participate in the Bataan Death March after the 3-month Battle of Bataan in April 1942. More than 60,000 American and Filipino troops were made to march through the country while suffering extraordinary physical abuse. And it's estimated that 1/3 of the prisoners died. If not for his Clemson ring, Colonel Scardin would have been one of them. This is his story.
The Bataan Death March occurred at the surrender of the American Filipino forces in April of 1942 on the Bataan Peninsula. And so we soon realized as we made the march that the guards were looking for rings, watches. I took my ring off and I rolled it up in my sleeve, I believe. From then on, I became very, very protective of the ring. Never to pull it out and look at it or anything else, but I knew where it was. I was in very, very bad health in prison camp, and there was no medicine, no way of improving your health. And then when it got to where I was going to have to be put over in what they call the hospital area in the 0 ward, because that's where they took people that couldn't do anything for us, and no one ever returned from there. Henry Otis took care of me. Otis was able to let it be known that he knew of a gold ring was for trade for food, and they mixed up chicken and rice, and they spoon-fed me because I had this, couldn't see very well for one thing, but I responded to that so well, my appetite was restored, and I was whole again, so to speak. Well, I've often thought about my little gold ring which I'd hidden for so long, and I had no qualms about turning it over to Otis for this exchange because there was nothing else that could be done. But I've always thought about that ring, and when I was married in 1947, my wife, as an engagement present, had my brother, who was a Clemson graduate, replace the ring. And I've had it ever since, naturally, and I take a great pride and glory in having a ring that fits and one that I'm very, very proud of.
As you receive your ring today, you will go forward to create your own unique story. You too will face your own challenges and triumphs. And while we can't imagine what some of the Tigers before us have endured, know this: these rings will continue to bind us together and make us all stronger, year after year.
Just such a powerful story about a great American and true Clemson legend in General Ben Scardin. How will you serve? The centerpiece of Memorial Park, the cornerstone of a successful life. The video we just saw referenced General Ben Scardin, who was asked to speak on the topic of service during the May 2012 dedication of Memorial Park. Scardin's remarks included a guide, perhaps even a challenge, for how each of us should view our relationship with Clemson. He noted that Memorial Park is dedicated to Clemson alumni in all professions, industries, roles in society, who have served to improve our quality of life and to protect our freedoms. And then Scardin added this observation. He said, Clemson University is an extension of the vision of its planners and administrators and the talents and gifts of its graduates and friends. As an English professor, General Scardin chose his words very carefully. Note that he did not say that we are an extension of Clemson. Rather, he said that Clemson is an extension of us. Clemson does not define who we are as individuals, nor the impact that we will have on the world. Rather, we define Clemson's impact by how we, as Clemson alumni, use our talents and gifts to help others and to make the world a better place. Students, We hope that each time you look at the Clemson ring on your finger from this day forward, you will recall General Scardon's message. And we hope that your Clemson ring will become a constant reminder and motivation to use your Clemson education, your Clemson experience, your Clemson spirit to be of service to others wherever you may go in life. Now, it is time to celebrate and recognize each of you as you join those who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. Whether you're preparing to complete your time at Clemson as an undergraduate student, completing your graduate degree, or simply returning to dear old Clemson as an alumnus or an alumna, on behalf of your Alumni Association and indeed the entire Clemson family, we applaud you for this impressive accomplishment. Guests, we ask that you please hold your celebrations until the end of the ceremony so that every student's name can be heard when called. We're so thankful to have President Clements to present the rings to each student, as well as Vice President of Student Affairs, Doug Hallenbeck, to congratulate them as they cross the ramp here at the front of the stage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let the presentation of the class rings begin.
Rhea Nike, Grayson Nally, Lennon Nally, Luke Nalos, Trevor Napoliello, Nora Natrajan, David Navarro, Ross Nebbit, Neil Nicastro, Marjorie Neely, Sloan Woods, Scott Neely, Allison Netterville, Michael Newman, Brianna Newsom, Josh Newton, David Neeland, Brian Wynn, Taylor Wynn, Dimitrios Nikolakos, Keegan Meanstead, Alexis Nigro, Joshua Nissoff, Bella Noel Harmon, Audrey Knopf, Reagan Norenberg, Grayson Nolan, Campbell Nolting, Trevor Norris, Natalia Nortz, Trevor Novelino, Caitlin Nazca, Marcelo Nunez, Yahir Nunez Leja, Brenna Nunn, Anna Nuttall, Taylor Nutzman, Christian Nybo, Mary O'Brien, Zoe O'Callahan, Caitlin O'Connor, Jordan O'Donnell, Mary O'Dwyer, Anna O'Flaherty, Shane O'Malley,
Elizabeth O'Neill, Tyler O'Neill, Reagan O'Neill, Kira O'Rourke, Madison O'Shea, Sydney Oakes, Mary Martin Olds, Rebecca Olive, Morgan Oliver, Isabel Ondrush, Cassidy Orby, Alejandra Oriana Rinaldi, Connor Oros, Abigail Orozco, Candace Ortman, Sarah Osterhaus, Allison O'Sullivan, Hava Oswald, Savannah Willette, Lily Owanga, Jenna Owens, Zara Owens, Grace Packey, Zachary Paget, John Pagan, Kaylee Orr, Rebecca Palmer, Jake Palmieri, Anna Panis, Johnny Panasco, Caitlin Pandolf, Kenna Paquin, Mary Tyndall Parham, Grant Parker, Bryant Parks, Mackenzie Parrish, Holden Parsons, Isaac Passeltiner, Ella Patel, Vishwa Patel, Radha Patel, Raina Patel, Yashvi Patel, Thomas Patrick, Aiden Patton, Caroline Patterson, Sarah Beth Patterson, Kira Paulson, William Paulus, Alexis Pavlinek, Audrey Painter, Mary Kate Pear, Trent Pearman, Kendall Peeler, Gabriella Pengi, Michelle Henry, Logan Pepper, Ella Perez, Brendan Perfader, Caitlin Peter, Kendall Peters, Caitlin Peterson, Jesse Peterson, Isabella Patrisco, Gennaro Petrangelo, Michael Petrie, Joseph Phelan, Cassandra Phillips, John Phillips, William Phillips, Sierra Pict, Ellie Pickrell, Lauren Pidcock, Olivia Pilcher, Viviana Pinkney, Rebecca Pitt,
Gia Pistoni, Mia Pistoni, Anna Kay Pitts, Caroline Pitts, Lillian Player, Emma Palomini, Lauren Tolai, Kane Pollock, Courtney Poole, Mary Porter, Richie Poston, Madison Poston, Hunter Poulin, Santiago Poveda, Bruce Powers, Madison Pratt, Jessica Presley, Kendall Presley, Piper Presley, Brianna Preston, Mason Price, Adam Prince, Evan Prince, Micah Prince, Peyton Pryor, Dewey Pritchard, Athena Protonentis, Cameron Puffka, Sophia Puig, Ava Polcano, William Pye, Ellie Quarles, Mark Quarterman, Gianna Quattromoni, Madeline Quinn, Maria Quinn, Emily Quinones, Abner Quinones, Samantha Rabin, Leah Rachels, Lillian Raskowski, Zoe Rea, Corey Rambo, Linda Ramirez, Gunnar Ramsey, Lexi Ronaldo, Katie Randa, Matthew Rankle, Linda Rondolfo, Alexandro Rappo, Meredith Rashley, Cade Ratliff, Isabella Rawl, Julia Rawl, Robert Rayner, Seth Rayner, Karen Ray, Chase Reardon, Allison Recha, Micah Rodell, Lily Redmond, Fermine Redondo, Christian Reed, Emma Reed, Liam Rieger, Caroline Reed, Blake Ryder, Alyssa Rembold, Francesca Rento, Morgan Rupke, Kimmy Rezamiri, Riley Reinhardt, Creighton Rhodes, Austin Richard. Caroline Richards. Jake Richards. Annie Richardson. Eli Ricker. Hannah Rickert. Owen Ritter. Margaret Riddle. Macy Reitz. Margaret Riley. Olivia Riley. Marissa Rincon. Emma Reiser. Reese Ritchie. Alvin Rivera. Natalie Rizzo. Hannah Robbins. Nate Robertson. Sydney Roberts. Liam Robertson. Gabe Robinson. Miranda Robinson. Reese Robinson. Sarah Avery Robinson. Simon Robinson. Rebecca Robledo. Nolan Rock. Ethan Rocks. Rebecca Rohde. Maxwell Rares. Elizabeth Rogers. Catherine Rogers. Lily Rogers. Liza Rogers. Mary Randall Rogers. Mitch Rokos. Ryan Rokis. Evan Romano. Mark Romano. Olivia Romano. Samantha Romanek. James Rooker. Isabella Rosario. Callie Roseberry. Megan Rosen. Samantha Rosie. Foster Rouse. Madison Roush. Reagan Rowe. Declan Rowland. Isabel Roy. Forrest Roselle.
Anna Ruane. Lauren Rubik. David Ruck. Brian Rudy. Taylor Rumsey. Rebecca Runyon. Olivia Rosito. Caroline Russell. Olivia Russell. Peter Russell. Jared Russo. Addison Ruth. Sophie Sabatos. Lizzie Sable. Sadie Saldeerna Leopold. Emily Salehi. Katie Salisbury. Cole Sanders. Grayson Sanders. Jerry Sanders. Weston Sandifer. Meredith Sandlin. Jessica Sander. Aiden Sinkowski. Gabriella Santini. John David Satcher. Watson Saunders. Peyton Scales. Hannah Scallon. Caitlin Scarborough. Marissa Scarnato. Tanner Scarola. Alana Scheinberg. Sammy Schieser. Peter Schiffer. Adam Schiff. Benjamin Schulter. Anna Schmidt. Avery Schmidt. Bryson Schmidt. Lacey Schmidt. Duncan Schneidable. Hampton Schock. Tyler Sheppy. Diane Schott. Jason Schrader. Kiernan Schultz. Jack Schuver. William Schwartz. Ben Schwartz. John Sheshe. Gianna Shortino. William Scott. Emily Screws. Kirsten Scrow. Brianna Sebastian Olasava. Ellie Seckinger. Anderson Seegers. Gunnar Sakan. Haley Selzer. Caroline Sin. Trevor Sin. Rachel Saponiak. Sabrina Serrano. Olivia Severa. Jenna Siverson. Leanna Shaben. Megan Shadwick. Megan Shank. Jordan Shapiro. Mina Sharifi. Campbell Sharp. Ashling Sharp. Mason Sharpless. Abigail Shaw. Jason Sheehan. Lauren Shield. Caleb Schindeldecker. Olivia Shook. Anna Hayes Schuler. Ethan Shull. Rakaya Shumao. Julia Shoemaker. Abigail Schumann. Nakia Shute. Griffin Silsby. Ian Silverstein, Andrew Simmel, Hannah Simmons, Scott Simmons, Benjamin Simon, Molly Simon, Josie Simonson, Anicia Sims, Claire Sims, Emma Sims, Morgan Sims, Marin Sinclair, Ian Sinkoff, Jennifer Singleton, Robert Singleton, Sophia Senor, Jenna Sisson, Riley Sitter, Hannah Scandamus, Cassie Skinner, Lila Skipper, Zachary Skipper, Katie Skufka, Tori Slagle, Tyler Slagle, Hannah Slackyu, Abigail Slayman, Nathan Slozinski, Olivia Smith, Austin Smith, Bree Smith, Ellie Smith, Emily Smith, James Smith, Caitlin Smith, Kyla Smith, Lawson Smith, Mallory Smith, Markeem Smith, Matthew Smith, Meredith Smith, Nicholas Smith, Rachel Smith, Reagan Smith, Ryan Smith, Ryan Smith, Taylor Smith, Alexander Smythe, Ava Snee, Landon Snyder, Mira Soin, Salma Solis, Christopher Solorza, Isabella Solov, Candace Sparks, Christopher Sparks, Charles Spell, George Spence, Anna Spencer, Olivia Spencer, Sydney Spiegel, Jacob Springs, Catherine Sprouse, Olivia Spuler, Taylor Squires, Aiden St. Mary, Margaret Stack, Rosalia Stagnita, Emery Stair, Caroline Stakel, Lauren Stanaland, Madeline Stanfield, Avery Stanley, Blake Stanley, Andre Stanziola, Cadelyn Steed. Samantha Steed. Mackenzie Steele. Emily Steffen. Jonathan Steiger. Ariana Steinbrook. Samuel Steinmetz. Luke Steinruck. Logan Stevenson. Cameron Stetson. Gabriella Stevens. Caitlin Stevenson. Mary Stewart. Willow Stewart. Charisma Stidham. Ella Still. Mackenzie Still. Riley Still. Peyton Stockham. Grayson Stokes. Kate Stolarski. Sophia Stoming. Brian Stone. Catherine Stone. Hannah Stone. Kale Stoutenberg. Hope Elaine Stowell. William Strachan. Robbie Street. Stephen Stripe. Thomas Stribling. Aaron Strickland. Anderson Strong. John Stewart.
Solomon Stollenbarger. Jack Suber. Gracie Kate Sudith. James Suggs. James Sukanik. Alexa Solons. Kylie Sullivan. Trent Sullivan. Trey Sullivan. Nicole Summers. Smith Summers. Sage Somerset. Krista Superna. Davis Souther. Gabrielle Sutherland. Delaney Swain. Jake Swartzel. Emma Swift. Benjamin Tabor. Susan Tabor. Mia Tackbor. Haley Talbert. Reed Talley. William Tansel. David Tapia. Adair Tarrant. Bailey Tales. Abigail Taylor. Amber Taylor. Catherine Taylor. Dylan Taylor. Emma Taylor, Gabrielle Taylor, Hannah Taylor, William Tees, Sophia Tedesco, Rachel Templeton, Jalen Terrell, Ansley Terry, Chloe Terry, Elizabeth Terry, Jamie Terry, Marina Terry, Pranavi Thatavarthi, Emmy Thayer, Julia Thielen, Maggie Tome, Janiyah Thomas, Alexander Thompson, Jules Thorell, Aliki Thorne, Abigail Thornton, Kelly Tierney, Madison Tite, Laura Tahing, Reynolds Tiller, Zachary Timmons, Will Tinsley, Ridley Toll, Stephanie Toft, Sarah Tomlinson, Gianna Torielli, Nora Train, Alexis Tran, Caroline Trindle, Anna Trezino, Logan Troll, Wiley Shantz, Krista Tucker, Henry Tucker, Caroline Turner, Joseph Turner, Mia Turner, Preston Turner, Patrick Turner, Savannah Turpin, Andrew Tuz, Kate Twitty, Alexandria Uline, Abby Underwood, Jennifer Underwood, Ada Usher, Elizabeth Usher, Robert Valente, Mary Lily Valentine, Liza Valero, Cooper Van Byro, Bailey Van Blarcom, Claire Van Brunt, Brooke Van Epps, Elena Van Long, Jason Van Meer, Elizabeth Van Bellica, Ava Varano, Claire Varghese, Jacob Vargasco, Christina Vasilakis, Hunter Vaughn, Kaya Vega, Rebecca Veniza, Areli Verde, Christian Verdier, Kenzie Vermillion, Langley Vernon, Nicole Berelio, Nate Verska, Julia Vicari, Althea Vicente, Laurel Vick, Christopher V,
Jacob V. Victoria Viatri. Flavia Bentamia. Jeffrey Vitale. Brooke Vokes. Emma Volkert. Isabella Volger. Jackson Voshell. Gavin Wojciech. Ella Wadley. Hannah Wagner. Cassidy Waits. Peyton Waldera. Anna Grace Waldrop. Beth Walker. Kennedy Walker. Carrie Walker. Catherine Wall. Claudia Wallace. Robert Wallace. Olivia Walsh. Chloe Walters. Jackson Wanamaker. Kinsley Warfel. Amanda Warren. Kaylee Warren. Kimberly Warren. Alexis Washington. Hannah Grace Waters. Kellen Watkins. Lucy Watson. Terry Watson. Emily Watts. Samantha Watts. Cordelia Waite. Taylor Weathers. Clayton Weaver. Kaylee Weaver. Simmons Weaver. Alexander Webb. Charles Webb. Mary Weir. Damon Wagner. William Way. Benjamin Weiner. William Weiss. Anna Reed Wellborn. Katie Welch. Lightsey Welch. Jennifer Wells. Ann West. Ethan Westall. Zach Westenhofer. Jared Westervelt. Mary Weston. Vonnae Whaley. Garrett White. Hayden White. Josh White. Juliana White. Matthew White. Parker White. Robert White. Teague White. Jake Whitener. Mia Whitlow. Max Whitman. Brianna Wickham. Joseph Wiggins. Eli Wilbanks. Elizabeth Wiley. Lakin Wilkerson. Shane Wilkes. Jackson Wilkie. Amaria Wilkins. Drew Williams. Elizabeth Williams. Evan Williams. Jordan Williams. Laura Williams. Olivia Williams. Olivia Williams. Reese Williams. Ryan Williams. John Williams Jr. Catherine Willis. Ella Wilson. Jarrett Wilson. Jimmy Wilson. Julia Wilson. Kylie Wilson. Olivia Wilson. Hannah Winkler. Alexander Wire. Brian Wisneski. Harrison Withers. Grace Witt. Daniela Whitman. Kennedy Wofford. Annalise Wolf. Justin Wolf. Kaylee Walnikowski. Hayden Wood. Isabella Wood. James Wood. Paige Woods. Kate Woodward. Katie Woodward. Andrew Woofter. Christopher Woolen. Carson Wooten. Emma Wooten. John Wooten. Jack Carter Worrell. Bryson Worsham. Abigail Wright. Ansley Wright. Bryn Riston. Eduardo Yanez Dera. Elena Yarborough. Caroline Yell. Ridge Yeomans. Jasline Inoa. Amy Yost. Anna Young. Mallory Younginer. Spencer Yunt. Riley Yeplar. Faith Zychek. Johan Zapata. CJ Zaslavsky. Ami Zimmerman. Nathan Zarowski. Claire Smith. Luke Schultz. Danielle Parnas. Now we will recognize the members of the Student Alumni Council who are receiving their rings today. Without their hard work, this event would not be possible. John Walker Bolding. Kara Griffin. Chris McTavish. Elliot Spencer. Naya Jendi. And our very own 2025 Ring Director, Mary Jones.
Good evening. My name is Deb Conklin, and I'm the chairman of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors. And it is such an honor to be with y'all today here at Ring Ceremony. We hope you leave here today understanding that wearing the Clemson ring comes with a great responsibility. After you graduate, we encourage you to be a voice for your local community. We also hope you'll be a voice for Clemson and dedicate yourself to servant leadership here on campus and wherever you may go. As you have seen today, the Clemson ring is a very special part of who we are. There are many traditions surrounding this simple ring. One of the most significant of those traditions is how you wear it. From now until you graduate, you should wear the ring with the C and your class year facing towards you. This keeps in front of you the goal of becoming a Clemson graduate. It also should serve as motivation to cherish and make the most of every moment you have left as a Clemson student here on campus. Then comes the next part of this tradition, which is my favorite. When you graduate, have another alum or family member turn your ring around and place it on your finger so that the C and your class year are facing outward. Having someone special to you do this for you is a reminder of those who have helped and supported you in accomplishing your goal to graduate from Clemson. Once you have graduated with your ring facing outward, everyone who sees it on your hand from that moment forward will know that you graduated from one of the best universities in America. We also encourage our alumni receiving their rings today to participate in this ring turning tradition. Now, while the ring will serve as your introduction to others, your impact as an engaged and ever loyal Clemson alum will be determined by the good that you do with your Clemson education. To reinforce this point, the Alumni Association has a very special gift for you today. Students and alumni who receive their rings today, as you leave the ceremony, each of you will receive a challenge coin such as this one. On one side of the coin is the 1889 ring crest, including the Alumni Association motto, Ever Loyal. And on the other side is the Alumni Association's Tiger Rag, and that's the end with a challenging question that you have heard many times today: how will you serve? We hope you'll treasure it, and we hope that you'll keep it someplace where you can see it often. And when you look at it, we hope you will think about those that came before you, the impact that others have had on your Clemson career, and how you can have an even greater impact on future Tigers. May your Clemson ring and your challenge coin constantly inspire you to answer that question in your own personal way by using your Clemson education and your Clemson experience to make a positive difference each and every day in all of the lives of the people in your local community and the larger world. And may we also inspire you to stay connected. Stay connected to Clemson throughout all stages and milestones of your life. May those shiny new rings always remind you that the Clemson Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to Clemson. And as long as you keep in touch with the Alumni Association, we will keep you in touch with Clemson. I hope that you will always remember this place and what it has done for you, so that you can help future Tigers have the same Clemson experience that you have had. Best wishes from the Clemson Alumni Association as you graduate and you move on to the next stage of your Clemson experience. Be proud, be fierce, and be ever loyal. Due to the weather, we're gonna have you exit out the front, and we are so grateful for you showing up in the rain and despite the challenging weather. And so to stay out of the rain, it's raining pretty hard out there right now, and just let's be very careful and safe as well. We ask students to exit up the stairs behind you to the left, to the concourse, where you can join my left, my bad. To the left, little audible. I'm clearly not good at audible. The Student Alumni Council students will help at the bottom of the stairs and give you your challenge coin. And now I welcome you to please stand and join as we sing the Clemson University alma mater.